Good morning. There it is. Good morning. It's Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. My name is Terry Morgan. We are here to practice Xingyi. We're here to practice Xingyi's 12 Animals this morning. We've got a new set that I gave yesterday. We're going to work on that this morning. We're also going to work on another little thing that I'm going to add in partly because of a question that was emailed to me. And thank you, Bert, for doing that. I appreciate it. In trying to address part of what we're doing, I've talked repeatedly about paying attention to our physical body and what your physical body is telling you. What's my response? Do I have strength here? Do I have energy here? I talk about that all the time. I want to point out, just real quick before we get started, the role of your physical response, the role of adrenaline in everything that we do. I put the coffee down so I can talk with both hands. All right, this physical response, the fight or flight mechanism, I'm either going to fight or I'm going to run away. Those are the options. That's pretty much it. That self-protection, right? I'm going to protect myself. How can I do that? Do I have to fight? Can I run away? What do I need to do here to protect myself? That physiological, we're just in the physiology now. That physiological mechanism is incredibly powerful and extremely strong. Okay? And for the most part, we do not want to use it. But it's really strong and it's very effective. We don't want to use it. No, we don't. Because it will get us into trouble. That's that 0 to 170 mechanism. That if you're off by just this much, you'll hurt yourself. Right? It gets you into trouble. The running away part, same thing. If you're trying to retreat, it's not the same as running away. Okay? Retreat and I wouldn't necessarily want to back myself into a corner, but and there would be the retreat to the point that I can't back up anymore, and now I'm going to fight. Right? That mechanism. I'm retreating. I'm still thinking I might have to fight, but I'm retreating. Let me retreat. Run away. The obvious difference. Retreat, and now we're talking about Xingyi, we're talking about martial art now. So the retreat, strategic retreat is different than running away. Okay? If I'm retreating, I'm leaving. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. All right, but I'm not giving the opponent an opportunity, and I'm not creating a difficulty for myself by doing this. Right? That little bit of difference matters in our practice, and it matters in how we manage this fight or flight mechanism. How do we manage that adrenaline? How do we deal with it? What happens? A little more coffee, and then I'm going to tell you. All right. So, the reason that we're having this class this morning is because this is part of what I'm going through. I have a situation, not going to delve into the situation because I'm not going there this morning. I have a situation that's causing some difficulty for me. I have had to address some of it, and the process of doing that triggered my adrenaline response. So that's part of the reason I was late yesterday, and it's the reason I was late this morning. Yesterday, I was still, my body, okay, it's just work physiological response here. Yesterday, my body was still processing the adrenaline from 3 days before. Today, last night, I had finally processed most of it, not all of it, but most of it, out of my system. And I could sleep. Because when there's still that remaining adrenaline, your body doesn't fully want to go to sleep. It just doesn't. Your mind says, no, something's wrong. I got to deal with this. I got to take care of this. I got to do something. What am I going to do? Right? So sleeping becomes difficult. Relaxing becomes difficult. Recognizing this as a physiological response when you're not in the middle of it is key to being able to manage it. Managing it, skill, partly. Knowing what to do, what to not do. If, and I'm me again, if I am in the middle, I recognize that there was a trigger that sent my adrenaline spike way up, and I'm right there. I recognize that. I know myself, that the worst thing for me to do at that time, in the middle of that, is to respond to anything in any way. Best thing for me to do? Find a chair and go sit down. It is. Alright? Now, how much, how little, that's going to govern how long I need to sit. Right? Why? Why not take advantage of that? At some level, yeah, I can take advantage of some of it. But with a spike, no. It will cause you to do harm to yourself in the effort to either fight or get away. Don't do it. Take a breath. Take a day. Take two. Right? Take some time so that, number one, you recognize that this is a physiological response. It's not anything else. It's a physiological response. It's not you being obsessed with this. It's not you being irrational or unreasonable. Although you might be. It's because of the physiological response that your body has released adrenaline and maybe quite a lot of it, depending. And until that dissipates, you won't be able to relax. You won't be able to just, just calm down, calm down, calm down. Those people, they nuts, right? Get somebody who's in a full adrenaline response and tell them just calm down. They can't. It's not physically possible. Be still. Take a few breaths. That the person can do. But the platitudes of just calm down, now, that ain't going to happen. It's not physically possible. That understanding, okay, if you're the person who somebody is telling, oh, just calm down, and you can't, pay attention to this adrenaline response. Is that what's causing? Is that what's going on with you? If it is, recognize it. Message to the person could be, go away and leave me alone for 5 minutes and then I can calm down. Take a few steps back and leave me alone. Allow me to take a breath and I can calm down. Right? That determination that you know and you want something, take a step back. Allow me to take a couple of breaths so that I can calm down. Knowing that, being able to state that, can make a huge difference in how you interact with somebody who might be very caring. Calm down, it's okay, calm down. That person is going to cause as much difficulty for the person in distress as the person who's demanding that they calm down. The person can't do it. They can't do it. You knowing that. Okay, this is my lecture on me knowing this. What can I do? Well, I'm going to sit down. I can not do a few things. Right? Let me say that again. My question, what can I do? That active question, what can I do? And then I changed it to what can I not do? I can sit down and not pace the floor. I can try to do some meditation. I can breathe. I can calm myself down. Right? All of these things, a little more coffee, I'm going to get started. All of these things are things that we can do actively to not do something else. I can control my breath. I can actively breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, right? We do this Qigong class. Actively breathe. The effect for me is that by actively breathing, I take that energy from the physiological response, recognizing that physical response is there. It's not going away. It's going to take, usually it's 24 to 48 hours for me. I got it timed, I know. And it's knowing yourself, right? I can take that, use my breath to keep the mental clarity, to know that this is part of the response. It's still there. That I need to be very careful how I think about It's not anything, just inside me. I need to be very careful how I think about what I'm doing and what's going on, so that I don't do something, with just normal things, I don't do something that's going to upset me, right? Because I'm already in a state of anxiety and distress. I'm already upset. So I don't want to do anything that's going to cause that to be more. Sitting quietly, pet the cat. Little things that allow my body, this is I'm going back to that physiological response again, that allow my body to settle and relax so that that adrenaline begins to dissipate. So I'm not producing any more. Right? Let me cut the production of adrenaline, because it sets up its own response. You get some, and you get more, and you get more, and you get more, and if you keep it going, it will keep going. That's how we function. We did. All right. Enough of me and the philosophy. There's more to that. This paying attention to your physical body. What is your physical body telling you? Can you hear it? Are you listening? When your body tells you something, how do you deal with it? That adrenaline response, it's telling you something has to deal. You got to deal with this. Here's some more energy for you. Are you going to attack? Are you going to retreat? Best to not do either until you have calmed down sufficiently. And indeed, we may be in a situation, all right, you calm down sufficiently. It could be 2 breaths. To be clear about what it is you're doing, what might happen after you do it. Anticipate, right, what might happen after you do it. And to make the choices that are going to give you the advantage. Letting that adrenaline dissipate can make all the difference in whether or not you have that clarity, or whether you're responding solely on instinct that could get you into trouble. Strategy, paying attention. All right. Basic stretches. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight, pull up through the crown of the head, shoulders down and relaxed. Wiggle fingers, wiggle toes, bend the knees. Hands circle in front, back around to both sides. Up along the center line. And stretch out. Roll up through the spine. And again. Roll up. Yeah, I did slow down. Again. One more time. And reach out. Fingertips up, elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. Take this idea, that we're Santi-Boo, 45 seconds. Take this idea that I was talking about, your physical body Pay attention to your heartbeat. Seriously, pay attention to your heartbeat. Listen to your own heartbeat. Right foot back, left foot front. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Sink. Step back. Right foot front, left foot back. Again, pay attention to your own heartbeat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Sink and come on up. Alright, couple things about what I just did. You'll notice at 17, I think, in the second set, I adjusted my foot. I did. The count this morning, my heartbeat. That ability to find and listen to your own heartbeat matters, especially for our internal stationary practice, as well as, and you know I'm going to tie it in, what do you think your heartbeat would have been doing if your body was processing adrenaline? If I called my heartbeat yesterday, what do you think what would that have sounded like? Because I will tell you that most of the time, my voice reflects what I'm doing. So, what would that have sounded like? What would that feeling have been like? What would that sense from how I was speaking? What would that have been? Today I'm calm. We're good. Everything's good. It's gone. It may come back. It's not completely gone, but right? Knowing that, I now can manage it. Just the same as someone with a blood sugar problem has to manage their blood sugar. You're managing your body. You're dealing with your human condition, being conscious of it, paying attention to it, and to a point, able to control. That able to control it, right? I talked about that. In the middle, for me, in the middle of an adrenaline response, the last thing that I want to do is anything. And seriously, I really do want nothing. Let me sit down someplace. Because every time I end up, even if I'm trying to do something constructive, I end up doing too much. A couple years ago, I was in the middle of something and I had decided I was going to go out and fix the downspout from the roof. There needed to be, I need to clear some space underneath it, put a little stone there so the water could run off. I hurt my back. I was trying to do something productive, but I was in the middle of that, and I was like, yeah, I can do this, and I didn't know you can't. My body told me no, you can't do that, right? Recognizing that, and then being able to manage it so that it's not detrimental. This is a good thing. All right. We use this principle, this idea. What's going on with my body? What have I got? What am I working with today? In everything we do. Everything. All right. So as we're practicing, what am I working with? What have I got to do? What am I doing? Right? Excuse me. This idea comes to bear, particularly with, it's for me especially, with Xingyi, because of the strength that we want to bring to the art. We've been working on tiger. I left out two moves. Okay. One second. There are those times, that was one of them. Here we go. Alright, and so I left out, and just because I'm being talky today, that I left something out and I knew it. Right there. That is part of what I hope you can learn from what I just did. That it's okay. You forget. Wait. That didn't feel right. Something, right? And I stepped out for just a second. Let me move off camera for a second. Let me think about this. Oh, I remember. All right, so we're here. Come around. Down again. Step up, Bang Chuan. Step up, Hao Chuan. And we go back. And again. And here. All right, that. I hope, and we're gonna do a little bit more. I'm gonna do a little bit more analysis on this right now. I hope that sense of what am I doing? Did I do it? No, I didn't. What am I missing? How do I get it back? What do I do next? And oh, there it is. I hope that everybody that is learning anything from me has that as a takeaway. that you develop that skill too, right? All right, so I'm going to do this facing the other way. So we're here. No. Could be. No. Right? This swallow skims the water. From here. More down here, less here. Okay? Let me pay attention to that for a second. I still have an issue. Still have an injury, so I don't want to open this up too much, but I do want to pay a little bit more attention to it. So pay attention to the right leg, here. Right leg needs to draw, as I do, so this can come out and split open. Fists go out and down. Here. Ready? Twist and down. The heel of the hand goes out, right? So it's not this, it's not that, it's here. It's split down and keep going down. Here, here, here. That turning right, back of the hand, right here, push out, and down. Not too much this, not too much this. It's yin yang, right? Turn through the move so that I wore the long sleeve white on purpose today, okay? As the arm turns, right here, it drives out and down. That connection through the shoulders in the front. We use this, okay? Gentlemen, this is your opportunity. Use those shoulders. All right? Not too much. Do not stick the chest out. But most definitely using the muscles in the front as well as in the back of the shoulders. This one takes this. Right? Exactly. That is part of this move. So open that up. Pull straight up as you extend out. Don't think about it's up and out. Extend across, keep this down. The step through that I keep forgetting. Yeah. Alright? There are some things that I practice more than others. And I need to make some changes in what I'm doing. So, no excuses. There we are. Up, around. That turn, right? That tendency to stay up on the leg that you're on and come around here will get you into trouble. They would get me into trouble, right? The supporting leg wherever that bend is, that's where I need to stop, right? I might want to go lower. I used to be able to go lower. I'll be able to go lower again. I can't do that today. The more I try to get lower this way, the greater the chance that I'm going to get myself in trouble. I don't want to do that. Here. That's better, right? Heel, on the heel to come through. Heel, turn. See where my toes went? Over here, 45. Come through. Not here, down here. Come on down. Come on down. The pool's nice down here, right? Come on. Up. And split. As you drop here, get ready. Backhand comes through, bone tron, pow tron. All right? This relatively long combination gives us, I talked about this a bit yesterday, this idea of stamina, of being able to keep going. Adrenaline, being able to keep going. The more, this has been true for me, the more I have developed my stamina through the arts to be able to keep going, whether it was practicing Xingyi or Tai Chi or Qigong or just, I just need to keep going, right? That ability to keep going. Some of it contributed to me being an international champion. The ability to keep going. I'm stubborn. That ability to keep going. To understand what your body is doing, what your body is telling you, and to build that stamina allows you to better manage any adrenaline response that you might have. Anything else that's going on with you, it helps. It absolutely helps. All right. I'm going to review this real quick, and then I'm going to stop again and go through it. We have Xingyi, come around, snake, step up, Lahu Shilian, swallow flies through the forest, dragon carries water, Lahu Shilian, Pichuan. I took 2 extra steps when I was backing up. Hey, this. If you don't pay attention, you won't know. Okay? I knew that I needed to back up further because I was too far over there, so I decided I'm just going to go back. I did. That sense of where you are, that sense of physical place, my physical body is where in this room, gives you an advantage. All right, let's do this again. White snake sticks out its tongue. Left foot front, right foot back, fingers over on the right side. And go 1, 2. Step up, bong chuan. Step up, pao chuan. Step back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Up and around. Don't lean. Split. Step in, bong chuan, pao chuan. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Step back, P. All right. One more time. I'm looking at the space here, and I'm make some calculations real quick here. And left foot front, right foot back, right hand ready, and 1, 2, step up, bong chuan, step up, pao chuan, step back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Circle, down, open, step in, bong chuan, step up, pao chuan, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Inside to the outside and step back. All right, this last piece, as we step back, the left hand comes from underneath to come across the right for P-chuan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left hand here, bring it here as you step back. That P-chuan, we do this in P-chuan. Both arms will rub against each other as they turn over to split. This, I don't know if you can hear it. Something to play with, right? That, you want that. Not too hard, you know, you don't want to rub your arms raw. But that sense of connection and that little bit of resistance as you set. We're going backwards. We do the same thing in the 5 elements linking form. We have P-chuan going backwards. The direction here doesn't have anything to do with which direction we're actually moving, right? The fact that I'm going to step back, I'm still paying attention to what's going over here, right? That, I didn't run away, I retreated. Okay? That sense of where am I? Which direction am I going? What might be behind me? What do I need to pay attention to over here? What do I need to pay attention to? What am I paying attention to right here? All of that needs to be part of what we're doing in our practice. The series that we've been working on, I'm going to keep it going. We're going to work on this just a little bit more this morning, and then we're going to work on it again tomorrow. As we pay attention to each of the combinations, because it's not this individual movement, that individual, we're working combinations now. So these combinations, as we pay attention to these combinations, pay attention to that slight difference. What's the same? What's different? Left foot front, right foot back, right hand ready, and turn 1, 2, step up, Feng Chuan, step up, Pao Chuan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and circle, around, split, step up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and step back. Notice that I'm sliding my front foot back. Probably should be a step, but I'm lazy and I'm not picking my foot up today, so it's a slide. I tend to do certain things to give myself an advantage. So here, if I pull my foot in, I feel more solid than if I pick it up and set it. That pull across the ground, you have to resist and hook. That, here I come, stop. That idea, right here, that's part of the footwork that we want to pay attention to, right? So sometimes it's difficult to separate separate some of the pieces so that it makes sense when I present them. This idea of adrenaline, working with the body, using the body, paying attention to what the physical body is doing. How do we manage and how do we process that? Human response, fight or flight, how do we process that? Right here. This pull in. That's, for me, cat. And if my thought, if my intent behind what I'm doing is to set and prepare for what might be coming from this direction while I'm listening to whatever is coming or might be behind me in this direction. That set and prepare is that, for me, a natural reflex. What am I going to have to do? Do I have to do something next? Well, yeah, there's more moves in the form, so yeah, we're going to keep going. But that the idea behind, do I need to do something next? What do I have to do? And being ready, if you have to. Preferably I don't have to. I'm just going to stand here. I don't even have to do anything. If I have to do something, I'm ready. Right? That's part of what we want to cultivate so that it's not, and I'm going to tie this back to, we're going to do this 3 more times. I'm going to tie this back to what I was saying at the beginning. That fight or flight response. What do I have to do? I don't want to have to do anything. I don't want to have to do anything. I would prefer not to have to do anything. Do I have to do something? What is the absolute minimum that I have to do? Because I do not want to overexert. I don't want to take that excess that comes with the adrenaline response and put it into what I'm doing, because I could hurt myself. Good. Don't do that. Breathe. How do you move out of that? Part of it is you just have to let your body do it. Sit, be quiet, let your body, let it go. Drink lots of water. That's everything, drink lots of water. All right, you just have to sit and wait for it. All right, once you can breathe, okay, I'm calmed down enough, I can manage my breath, I can control my heart, everything's good. My heart rate's calmed down now, everything's fine. Now what? I don't want to do anything, really. Don't. Using that moment, using the clarity that comes in that moment, to pay attention to what you are or are not going to do, carries through what we're doing in the arts, and it carries through pretty much everything else as well. All right. We are here. Right foot back, left foot front. 3 times. Right hand back. 1, 2. Step up. 3, 4. And back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Circle around. Sink. Split. Step in. Couch 1 and go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Step back. 8. Right foot back, left foot front. Right hand ready. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step back. And ready, and down. Circle. Split. Step up 1 and 2. Come back. And down. Peach 1. One more time. Left foot front, right foot back, right hand ready. 1, 2. Step up, step back. And change. Circle. Around. Split. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Step back. We'll do this again tomorrow, promise. And I'll take a little bit more time to separate the repetition from the changes. And we'll pay a little bit more attention to how the waist is engaged to make this all happen. Thursday and Friday, Qigong. I hope you'll join me. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And thank you for your patience in my delay for this morning and yesterday. I'm going to try and be on time tomorrow. See you.